Hey there, guys! Another Funny Bad review on my own. I actually tried to get this one with Mason this week. I was just there a little while ago. It's just that we didn't end up finishing the movie before I had to leave for work. Today was my first day at work, and it was great. Loved it. Probably the last time I'm ever gonna say that, but hey. Yeah. So, we ended up running out of time, and we didn't finish the movie. I had to wait till I got home to finish watching the movie and finish taking all the notes, and so, unfortunately, I do have to do it on my own again. But let's talk about Batman. So, a little bit of a history lesson. For those of you who don't know, Batman Returns was not that well received. Shocker. But so the studio was like, Tim Burton, you made it too weird, too dark. We're gonna go ahead and have Joel Schumacher do it this time. And thus, we got a brand new type of Batman movie that I never thought I'd ever say that I would have seen. Nipples. I mean, at least it's only subtle nipples. They're not really in the forefront, like in Batman and Robin, but they are still nipples. But let's talk about it. So, we actually get this really great opening scene where we see Batman suiting up and stuff. It's really well done. It's very suspenseful and dark, and it feels pretty much in line with what we've seen before. Pretty good setup for what is ultimately gonna be a different type of movie, but kind of starting off with something familiar, and then it all gets ruined by this.
Can I persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir? I'll get drive-through.
So, anyways, Batman sets out with his disco ball car, and he goes into the neon city of Gotham, and where we get introduced to Two-Face, played by Tommy Lee Jones. I like Tommy Lee Jones. He's terrible in this movie. He's just terrible. It seems like he's trying to be the Joker, but he's failing miserably. But he gets this security guard, he puts him into this vault, he traps Batman inside, and then we get the most annoying cop or guard or whatever he is in the world.
For your dying pleasure, we are serving the very same acid that made us the men we are today.
But so Batman, he uses his grapple gun and ties it to the thing and cuts the chain off the helicopter and sends it flying, and then we get this thing that defies all physics. And then we get introduced to another new character, Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Or, well, Edward Nygma first, but yeah, and then he's got some of the best moments in this movie, like this.
Ooh, nice form, a little rough on the landing. He may have to settle for the bronze.
Surf's up, Big Kahuna! Yeah, it's weird. But, so Batman's fighting Two-Face, and then, this happens. They made him drive up a wall. They made Batman... You hear that? Hey, everyone! They made Batman drive up They made Batman drive up a wall. But so, hey, we get this scene of Jim Carrey trying to design and come up with a supervillain name and outfit.
The puzzler. The gamester. Captain Kill.
And then, so, freaking Two-Face, he kills Dick Grayson's family, and so for some reason they're just like, hey, Bruce Wayne, will you just take care of him or something? I don't know. But, at least we get to see his laundry ninja skills. Now, when we were watching this scene in the movie, me and Mason, I just went, laundry ninja, and he went. Yeah. And then, so, Bruce goes out as Batman to meet with Dr. Chase Meridian, played by Nicole Kidman, who is in love with both Bruce Wayne and Batman. And he kisses her, and she's like, I'm in love with someone else. And then he turns and we see the one thing that Batman should never do.
I understand. Well.
He smiles. Oh my god, they made Batman smile. Oh my god. They made Batman smile. Whose idea was this? But so, the Riddler, through his, box thing, because Edward Nygma, he starts his own company, and he creates this TV box thing, and, he figures out that Bruce Wayne is Batman through it, and then he and Two-Face on Halloween night go into the Batcave, and then Jim Carrey got to do a little improv, I think. Actually, I think he was doing improv this whole movie. That's really what it seems like. It seems like they didn't give him a script. They were just like, Jim, here's the plot outline of your character, so when we say action, just do whatever comes naturally. So yeah. But, so Batman finally accepts, Dick as his sidekick, and they become partners, and they go to fight off Two-Face and the Riddler, and then we get this scene that makes me want to die inside.
B12. And my favorite vitamin, I might add.
They're playing Battleship. Get it? Get it? Battleship? Come here, Joel Schumacher. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. Someone's gonna take offense to that, I bet. But then we get a callback to the 60s Batman show.
Holy rusted metal, Batman! Huh? The ground, it's all metal! It's full of holes, you know? Holy! Oh.
And they quickly just completely scrubbed it away. He's just like, what? And he's like, the metal, it's all rusty. It's full of holes. It's holy. Anyways, Batman destroys the machine, and then we get Jim Carrey going a little too out of control with his wacky facial features. So Batman, he saves Robin, he saves Chase Meridian, and everything's all good and dandy. Two-Face dies, I think. I think Two-Face dies. And then the Riddler gets put into Arkham Asylum, and then he claims to know who Batman is.
Edward, please. Who is Batman? I'm Batman.
And so, finally, Batman's secret is safe. He and Robin go off to get ready to make Batman and Robin, but in between, Bruce Wayne is going to get plastic surgery to look like George Clooney. And that's Batman Forever, and by forever I mean one more movie. Then a reboot in like 10 years. So this movie is not as bad as Batman and Robin or Batman Returns, but it is still funny bad, mainly because of Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is really good in this movie. He's very entertaining to watch, he's very funny, he's very over the top, and that's part of the fun of the movie, is the fact that he is so over the top. And I honestly just wish he was in the movie more, because whenever he's not on screen, the movie does kind of get dull. And so, in that regard, I would have to say he's a very well done villain, just because he's that villain where it's like, if he's not on screen, you don't really care about what else is going on. And so, I did like that. I thought Tommy Lee Jones was very disappointing. I thought Val Kilmer did a really good job with Batman. I don't think he was better than Keaton, but I definitely think he was pretty good, and he was definitely better than Clooney. Chris O'Donnell is terrible as Robin. I just think he's a terrible actor in general, and yeah, he's not very good at this, and they shouldn't have given him Robin. I believe it was supposed to be in the Tim Burton version that Tim Burton was going to do. He was going to do one more. It was going to be Marlon Wayans who was going to play Robin, and he was going to be just like this guy that Batman gets help from, and then he just decides to help him. And so that, I think, would have been more interesting than just, here you go, Batman, you do something with this kid. God knows the screenwriter doesn't know how to. But, yeah. This movie is very disappointing. But it's a better movie than Batman Returns. Batman Returns is just bad. Batman and Robin is funny bad in a different way. This movie, you can watch it and enjoy it. I do think this is a pretty good movie for the most part, actually. It just has a lot of really funny bad moments in it. And so in that regard, I think this is the first ever funny bad review that I've done where it's actually a movie that I think is pretty good. I don't think it's as good as Batman 89, but it's better than Batman Returns, and it's definitely better than Batman and Robin. But that being said, I'm going to give Batman Forever, as a movie, I'm going to give it a B-. As a funny bad, I'm going to give it an A+. Guys, every time Jim Carrey was on screen and he did something really goofy, it just, I don't know what it is about Jim Carrey, but it just made me laugh. And it was, a lot of it was really over the top and dumb, but it was so Jim Carrey. I think you'll enjoy this movie if you are a fan of the 60s Batman, because it is kind of more in line with that than the 89 Batman. And if you're someone who, like me, would kind of like a bit of a mix of both, where it's like, it can be dark in certain places, but it can also be kind of lighthearted, I think this will be the perfect movie for you. I personally do lean more towards the 89 Batman as being the perfect Batman movie, and it is my favorite Batman movie. But this one is a pretty good movie, too, and I would highly recommend checking it out if you haven't. And so, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of Batman Forever if you've seen it. Check out the link in the description to our Patreon page and make a contribution if you would like. And hopefully next week's Funny Bad Review will have Mason in it. We can only hope, right? Right. But anyways, guys, that's all for this time. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.